All right, you ready to get started? Don't know what the video look like because you done moved around. Hopefully you're in the same spot. Yeah, because I don't have the video on. I'm about to bring it up now. Well, after the intro. You good? All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend. With me, as always, my beautiful co-host, called Girl Six, better known as Fox.
Hey y'all. Well,
Thanks, Beans. So anyway, that's what happened when you record at home with children.
children.
hmm So anyway, what do we got? We got a lot of stuff in here. So been getting a lot of feedback about. We been getting a lot of feedback, but it's been. I feel like I'm the more acceptable person because Fox is a monster.
I'm not a
She's a
monster.
monster. But we've been getting a lot of feedback based off of just a bunch of. So when we talked about the WNBA last podcast, we got a lot of feedback on that. Um, Also with the Brittany Grinder thing, we got and it's mostly negative feedback. So I'm like a badass child, I respond to negative feedback, about that life. And and then they brought up something. I don't know if I said it in the podcast or did I just look it up afterwards, but some tweets and stuff that they said about like Serena Williams and everything and a whole bunch of stuff about misogyny. Now, I feel like every couple of years we come down to a point where somebody learns some word, and then it just become the new word that everybody got to use, like toxic, toxic in general,
Narcissism. That's the
narcissism,
word of the year right
toxic
now.
masculinity,
Gaslighting.
gaslight. Everybody just feel like a conversation is not complete. It's kind of like that. It's a word for it. And this dude I used to work for, his name was Davis. I used to work for him. He had a book about it where it said all of these words that meant the things that you didn't have a word for. Like when you put food in your mouth, you that's called table snorkeling. And then like when you about to pull into a parking spot and it's a little ass car in there and you couldn't see it because it was like a 3/4 ton truck or something in the way. You're like, oh damn, It was a word for that, and I can't remember. So there got to be a phenomenon for what people are feeling with saying these words. And I think people feel like they're not part of the culture or something if they don't use these words all the time. What you think?
I do think that that's correct. I mean, I feel like people are bandwagon riders anyway. You know, this group think that's what it is. People say this, oh, that's probably what it is. So let me just go ahead and go with it. Nobody feels as though they can think for themselves. It's always something someone else said or something someone else is portraying out there, which is a new thing. So I don't
I,
think
I
that.
don't think it's so much that people can't. Your uncle saying what's up in the chat.
Hey,
I don't think it's that people don't feel as though they have their own opinion. I think the problem is people get their opinion from other places, and then hey, what's going on, brother? And then I think they get it from other people, and then I think groupthink is the norm. Like, for people to have independent thought and independent opinions is damn near impossible because so many people operate in the echo chamber that they're just like, oh, well, everybody agrees with me, so what I'm saying is right because it's like the positive reinforcement. It's like training a dog, training a kid, training whoever in a relationship. It's like if you do something, and I always give you positive reinforcement for it or positive feedback, you're going to continue to do that thing because you love me and you want to make me happy, and obviously that's what's making me happy because I'm giving you that positive feedback. So I think Yeah, I think it's best said that people just always feel the need to like hop on board. And it's like even when people get in the comments, like there's two or three type of people, 2 or 3 types of people that look in the comments, right? You look at a Twitter feed, and then there's the people who look at the comments for entertainment. Like that's my funny thing about the comments. I feel like I see some shit that's kind of controversial, funny. Let me go to the comments because I know somebody about to say some wild shit, especially if somebody say something crazy. I'm like, oh, they finna drag you.
I'm the opposite. I go in the comments and I want to see who has the alternate thought.
Okay.
That's what I do. I'm gonna see who thinks differently. You know,
I go there
because
just
I know
to see.
everybody's gonna agree with what's being said more than likely.
I don't even care
I
what they
know
agree
the
about.
general thought, but I want to know the person who thinks differently what they talking about.
I came for the shit show. Like when I go to the comments, I came for the shit show. Like I came for all the smoke. You want to make me sad in some comments? Say some controversial shit, make a post, and then go to the comments and everybody are peacefully talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm talking about that.
A discussion. You
Having
like
a discussion. Man, if somebody ain't in there about to get blocked, this and that, and it don't get personal in there, I need the amusement. Somebody need to get drugged. Like I like internet toxicity in that note. Like, go ahead for it. I had to adapt because I used to hate the shit. Now I'm just like, hey, it's like a train wreck. It's like when you go to the zoo and you see one of them baboons with the red ass, and you look and you're like, that's disgusting. Oh, it's still disgusting.
You keep looking.
Shit is still disgusting. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh God.
Like, what's wrong with you?
You
keep looking.
Like the train wreck is like people, bodies flying, limbs, people dying. You're like, oh my God.
And you're still looking.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the crashes of NASCAR or whatever. But yeah. So one of the issues people talked about, they said I was a little too hard talking about the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hear puppies in the background, y'all know what we got. We got 2 killers in here. But they talked about the WNBA. They said I was a little too hard on the WNBA. But this is where we get into truth versus misogyny. Now, it's not misogyny to say that the WNBA don't make money. That's a fact when you're making a comparison to the WNBA. If you make $8 billion, I make $60 million. I probably ain't got much to say to you. Like, and then people sit there and it's like, we live in a capitalist country. This isn't saying nothing about WNBA players that it's like, oh, they trash or oh, they this and that. No, most WNBA players would drag me out there on the court, put a little move on me, hit the J, this and that. I'm washed. You got it. But you're not going to go do that to Steph. Like, you're not going to go do that you ain't going to go do that to most pros. And the fact of the matter is that you can't expect the WNBA make about $60 million a year. They pay out $70 million a year. 30% of their money goes to player contracts. So the players could get a little more money if the WNBA gave them 50%, because the NBA makes about $8 billion, like 7.92. Let's call it 8, right? They make about $8 billion. They put about $4 billion back into their players. Like the players getting half of that money before everybody else start cooking, getting their money. So,
I mean, that sounds like the right way to kind of do this thing.
Still in all, it's still going to be underpaid. You're still not going to make as much if you don't bring in as much. Now, it'd be wild if the WNBA made $8 billion and the players was getting $200,000 for league highs and not even league minimums. That'd be wild. But y'all making $60 million. Like if we talk about, so when people got into talking about this, like, oh, well, WNBA players could do this and WNBA players could do that. It's like,
yeah,
let's be real about it. And Unc is on the money. Women don't support the WNBA. So it's like, miss me with the bullshit about that. If they want to get paid that much, watch them. Like, if women can name, you can ask the average woman who don't give a damn about basketball, name me 5 NBA players. They're going to hit you with the Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, you know what I mean? They can name those 3 off, and then they're getting a James Harden, you know what I mean? Paul Millsap, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could come up with some names or something like that. Like, oh, I know all these dudes. Oh, what's the guy? I know Ja Morant. I know this and that. Name 5 WNBA players. And don't say Cheryl Swoops. Don't say Lisa Leslie. Don't say Rebecca Lobo.
They don't play.
Yeah, they don't play. But I'm saying it's some people out there like Asia Wilson, Brittany Griner. It's some people out there who hoop. Candace Parker was a monster for over a decade. It's like it's women that out there who actually hoop. But they don't. Nobody support it. So the crazy shit is that you got a lot of women who sitting there saying like, oh, the women don't get paid enough. They're not gonna support it. They're not gonna they're not gonna buy tickets. They're not gonna do nothing. They're just gonna do the same thing that most entitled and privileged people do in this country. They're going to bitch about it, tweet about it, and don't do a goddamn thing
I
about
feel
it.
like they're gonna make a change about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna do a
I
goddamn
mean,
thing
I can
about it.
agree with that as far as the WNBA. Like, back then when you were naming those players, yeah, I used to watch them.
Yeah,
I haven't watched WNBA in I don't know how long.
exactly. Also,
But I do feel as though they are skillful.
nobody's
Skillful,
arguing that.
and they do need to be getting paid for their skill. But if we don't support it, how can they get the revenue?
If the money is based off of how much money you bring in, NBA players would not be making $30 million a season if the NBA didn't give it. Jordan didn't make that type of money. You know why? Because the NBA didn't make that type of money then.
Yeah.
Was Jordan not arguably the greatest basketball player on the face of God's green earth? Yes. But he didn't make that type of money that they're making now because the NBA didn't make that type of money. You know what I'm saying? So when people sit there and talk about the WNBA, it's just like, dog, nobody's saying they're trash. Well, there's plenty of people saying they're trash. I'm not one of the people saying they're trash. I know these women are skilled. I know they'll drag a whole lot of dudes. But the point of the matter is, you just have to accept the fact that they just don't make enough money. Now, like, people don't want to move the argument to women's soccer, where the women's soccer team makes 13% of their revenue, and the men only make 8%. However, the men are making 8% of $4 billion, and the women are making 13% of like $400 million. So it's like the women are getting a better percent. Nobody's talking about, the men should get a better percentage. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about how the competition ain't as good in women's soccer, because in most countries, whether people want to admit it or not, a lot of women ain't worried about soccer.
Yeah, it's male.
It's male dominated. And for us, it's like the 5th or 6th sport. It's like all our athletes go to basketball, football, baseball, and then probably like hockey and tennis. And then maybe we'll talk about soccer at number 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's somewhere around there. So I'm just done with that. And then when they talk about, Brittany Griner, the other comment was like, since Brittany Griner isn't a damsel in distress, that's why you got that opinion about her breaking the law. It's like, no.
Why would they say that? It has nothing.
People just got to understand, like, that saying we got that all skin folk ain't kinfolk counts in the same thing. People talking about Brittany Griner, she broke the law. They like, well, she didn't do this and that. They didn't do as much for her to get her out. They didn't do all of this. It's like, she broke the law, dog. And you talking about she make $200,000 a year and she moving over there. In that case, then I should be able, they got Marines over there that I care way more about, for starters, in other countries or something. They hold them. Go ahead. You got something.
So one thing Lisa Leslie had mentioned in one of the interviews that she had done, stating that the reason why they didn't make such an uproar about it was because they don't want her to be a political prisoner. Okay.
Yeah.
In this climate right now with the war and everything like that's going on, to make a big deal about her, they're going to use her as some sort of leverage, and that's not what they want. So to keep quiet about it, let it work itself out, or behind the scenes work on it, instead of making this big thing about it, and now she's a political prisoner all of a sudden. Yeah. So, no, that's not what they wanted. So that's why they're not making a big hoopla about it.
And the other thing about it is you don't know what people are doing. People so used. We live in a culture where people show their hand so much that when somebody don't show their hand, they obviously can't be doing nothing.
They think they ain't doing nothing.
You can't be doing nothing. Ain't nowhere in the world you can't be doing. How you getting money if I don't see money dripping all up and down you?
Right.
Like, how you can't be getting money if you're not driving the Rolls Royce. Yeah, if you ain't doing this at the strip club, you ain't cutting up, you ain't doing this and that, then obviously you're not getting money. And it's like, and that's exactly why people don't make no moves. Like, people make moves and be like, oh, well, let me show everybody that I'm making moves. No, how about I give you a finished product? Kendrick Lamar don't tell you he working on an album. He just gives you a classic.
Like, boop, here you go.
You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Sit on that. Let me do a little bit of touring. Boom. Let me go back to my wife and kids. Y'all enjoy that. He ain't sitting out here like, I'm about to drop some fire. I'm the greatest rapper ever. I'm this and that. No, when King Kenny come out, everybody stops and look. When King Kenny come out, it's like, oh, look, it's Kung Fu Kenny. You know what I mean? He don't need all the hoopla because he don't play until he done mastered that art. Yeah. Excuse me. So as far as her breaking the law, nobody got nothing against it. And this the crazy thing is like, oh, well, so she don't fit the narrative because she's not a damsel in distress.
So what is it? So in their opinion, what were they saying a damsel in distress need to look
I don't
like?
know.
Why? Because she's 6'7" or something like that?
Because she's 6'9" and she sounds like a grown ass man. She does not fit the damsel in distress.
So if she was another
like
player,
for real, if I see her, she should save me.
Sounding more feminine, quote unquote, then that would be somebody we need to
have. Then we I guess then at that point we would send SEAL Team 6 and the Dev Crew would be in there busting down doors for Brittany Griner.
That has absolutely nothing to do with it. If that's the viewpoint you have, then you need to look at yourself, because that sounds like a personal problem.
The thing about it is, we just got to get to a point where we admit, like, there got to be some accountability, man. Mm-hmm. And this is a crazy thing. What happens to people who've been traumatized is that they feel as though the people who hurt them has zero accountability. So you know what they want in return? They don't want justice. They don't want equality. They want to be able to have the same lack of accountability that the people who wronged them had. You know what I mean?
So did it. So
yeah, just like when we talk about, like, people talk about, well, everybody should pay reparations, and it's like, no, I don't agree. But who I do agree, like, and just to give you an example of like the realistic way to look at it, what I do agree is, say for instance, Tulsa, Oklahoma got bombed, Black Wall Street, and then J.P. Morgan decided they told your grandmama, like they told your great grandmama, hey, oh, you got 500,000 there? No, you don't. Fuck out of here. We ain't paying you. They took that through they took that money, and they multiplied their business. They grew their business and everything else off that money. So whatever that money equates into today should be paid out to the descendants of your grandmother.
I agree with that.
Those are reparations. Old boy who works in a farm in Iowa, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, some shit somewhere out there, he should not be paying reparations. Also, he should not be paying reparations to somebody who wasn't even born here, who with systemic racism had an issue on it. If you moved over here,
just because they're dark doesn't mean that they are.
You're second generation,
right.
You're first generation American, like the first one in your family that was born here coming from Africa. It's like, and that's a little different, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's a little different, bro. That's a whole different argument. So that's what I'm saying about, like, that's the difference between the even argument of just saying like all black people should get reparations, all white people should pay it. Like that, you know what I mean? So words matter. And then the other thing they talked about is Serena Williams. The comment was about Serena Williams, and saw it on Twitter, said Serena Williams cannot lose. Serena Williams on her A game is unbeatable and cannot be beat by any man or woman in the world. Serena Williams is not undefeated. She has lost to women.
Yeah, she's lost to women.
So Serena Williams is unarguably, to me, the greatest female tennis player in the world. Period. Better than her sister, better than the rest of them. But then people be like, oh, well, she could beat number one. And this is like, people been making this argument for a while. Like, you talking about a couple years ago that she was going to beat Agassi, Nadal, Federer. You going to beat dudes like this? The Williams sisters actually played a man who was 262, retired. Like, he was washed out the game. He was number 262. He beat both of them same day. And they said they could beat anybody outside the top 250. He number 262. He wiped them. So I'm just saying that I'm not saying from a perspective of I don't think Serena Williams can beat a man. I think she could beat a lot of men. I'm just saying I doubt that you could beat number one if 262 waxed your family reunion.
Yeah, if they already had that competition, and
that's just what I'm saying. Is like, this is just, and then the other crazy argument was old girl who couldn't run the Olympics because she smoked weed. They saying that she'll beat Usain Bolt. It's an easy argument. Is her fastest time ever faster than Usain Bolt's fastest time ever? No, she's not faster than Usain Bolt. Faster. That's not sexist. That's factual. Yeah. And you ran track. I'm not even like a track dude for real, but you ran track. And you know that a second.
Those seconds, baby.
A second is a huge difference. Like a second difference. In the 200, because you ran the 200. A second in the 200, you washed somebody. A second in the 100, you ain't even in the picture. When they snap that picture, like photo finish, you not in that picture. Like, you know what I mean? For dudes who drag race, a drag race, you're talking about 1,420 feet or whatever when you do a quarter mile. If somebody beats you by 1 second, they own you. Like I'm talking about, like, literally, don't ever say
all
nothing.
the bragging rights.
I'm talking about a tenth of a second is a car length. So you're talking about traffic. You could fit 10 cars between me and you full throttle. So I'm mean, it was just like the factual statement. So when I say these things, I'm not coming from a place of misogyny. I'm coming from a place of logic. Even when you think about some things about the game. For instance, if you play softball and I play baseball, if I'm used to hitting 100-mile-per-hour baseballs and you're throwing a bigger ball at me and you're throwing it at 75 miles per hour, that's about the speed of the average changeup in men's baseball. So I'm going to crack that shit every time. You know what I mean? That's the fastest you could throw a ball, 75 miles per hour, 80 miles per hour. I'm cracking that shit because I'm used to hitting 100. A four-seam fastball, I'm used to hitting 100 from the big unit. And now you sending it. So with Serena, when I was talking about it on social media, I said that Serena would have a hard time because one of the reasons that Serena dominates women is she's so powerful. She's so powerful. She's so athletic. She has God-given abilities. So when she's sitting there and serving that ball back at the speed of light, at the speed of sound, well, a lot of these men is used to seeing it at the speed of light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not, so the things that.
That's physiology.
Yeah, the physiology of it. It's kind of like if we play a sport, and the thing that made you so good at we playing volleyball, and the thing that made you so good at volleyball was the fact that you're tall and you're 6 foot, and I'm 6'6". That 6 foot don't mean as much now. You know what I'm saying? So that power and that speed don't mean as much now when you're playing with longer, more athletic men who can keep up. So to be done with that, and your uncle just brought up the other one. He said heard about that transgender woman who beat the bio girls.
Yeah, so basically,
is that the swimmer?
Yeah, that must be what he's talking about. So, there's a whole bunch of memes going on about this. I showed you some.
Yo, what was that one? The man one?
Yeah. I forgot.
Damn, that shit was funny.
Basically, they had you was 462. I think that was a number.
Yeah, like 400 and something.
In your swimming class as a dude. So it's like putting it on easy mode and going in to beat the women in their heat, Yeah.
And then what you got to think is this transgender woman is on hormone therapy and all this other stuff. So with all of that, that makes you slower. Like you wouldn't be able to go back and you still wouldn't be number 4 something or whatever with less testosterone competing against the men. You'll probably be way further back there. But you were number 1 unarguably with the women. Yeah. So that tells you that I don't understand how people could make this argument. You done seen a transgender fighter crack a woman's skull or whatever. And it's like, how can we sit here and say it's not like there's no difference.
There's absolutely a difference.
My muscle, your soul, your body, your physiology, your mind might identify as whatever you want.
Whatever you want, but your body, baby.
But your body and your bone density identifies whatever the hell you was sexually born as.
That's true, and we're not saying that we're against either or. It's just the facts of the matter, right? What if you decide to I identify as a woman, and you live your life in that way? Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go up against you in boxing.
Step
Ain't
up.
no way in
Step
hell.
Up. Look at his
but that's what
wingspan.
we're dealing with, though. That's
Look
what
at his
we're dealing
wingspan.
with, and people fail to realize that. So now you have these women out there who's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Who's losing titles that they should already have based on that's unfair. Is what
and
it is.
A perfect example is they got netball down in like Australia area. They got this thing called netball. It's like basketball without dribbling or whatever. So netball is a women's sport, all women. So a men's team decided we want to be in netball. And it was like, well, we're all inclusive, so we got to put the men in there. The men went to the finals and beat the women like 1,000,000-0.
Oh my God.
And it just shows the disparity. Nobody's saying that women aren't talented, aren't gifted. It's certain things that we can do and be even, but I think we got to get over the fact that men and women can do everything together. And I think it came up with that whole push. And I think you were saying something about like the war. What you were saying, you was like in the war, women had to run the factories. They had to do this.
So back then, when the war came around, of course, the men were out to war. They were losing them by the dozens. And I mean, the women, it was on the women to run the household. So this where this movement and this feminist movement came into play too, afterwards, where the women can do this. We can work and take care of the kids. We have to do this, and we're strong. Anything you can do, I can do better. All of that came into play shortly after that. So I think that they just took the movement and pushed it further, there's nothing wrong with that. However, you still have to look at the logistics of all this you're dealing with.
Yeah.
The whole picture. And to have a man who is I can't even say the word right now. I'm drinking.
His physical abilities, let's say that. His physiology.
Physical abilities. Yeah, so you have him. He cannot. Science says you cannot participate in that way up against a woman, especially if you're an athlete. That's scientifically not going to work.
And then people just got to get out their feelings about it. Nobody's saying that women ain't talented, but like when Brittany Griner said something a few years back about she'll beat DeMarcus Cousins one-on-one.
I mean,
let me tell you something. You can bully a lot of women. You're a big girl, a big woman. You not by DeMarcus Cousins bullies grown ass men. Like,
I mean, there's a reason why it's women's this and men's that.
And then I think if everybody want to push the issue about, if you on the side of saying that men and women are equal and transgender should be able to perform however way they want, then just get rid of the segregation in sports. Just kill it right now. Just everything is whoever made the best person, human being, will win.
Yeah.
So if you want to be the fastest, the strongest, the best basketball player, the best this, that, and the third, go for it. And then let's see what the equality is.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any at that point.
I mean, a lot of people think that there would be.
But it wouldn't be, though.
I know.
We're not out here doing laborious jobs,
And there's some women who could do it, but on average, Like, yes,
The average woman can't.
The average woman can't and don't want to. Don't want to. Because when you look at like a lot of these like engineering and laboring jobs, a lot of women don't want to do it. I'm not even gonna go off and say that the average woman can't go out there and do what I do on my second job. I'm gonna say, do you want to?
No, I don't want
to. Do you want to build a horse fence?
No.
Do you want to throw 2 6x6s on your shoulder and walk them over and then drill a 3-foot hole?
Why?
Do you want to build a fence to keep bison in 49 miles away from the house and lift all this heavy shit? Do you want to throw bags of concrete that's 80 pounds all day? It's like, do you want to do that?
You see what I'm doing now? This is what I want to do.
Exactly. So the whole thing about it is, men and women, we are equals in worth. We're equals in what we are worth. We're equal in our value. We're equals in the respect that we should have for each other. We're not equals in all of our abilities. We're just not.
There are some women, though, who can do those things, just like you mentioned. I mean, they want to be, they're mechanics and all that. That's great, and they should be respected as such, though.
Very much so.
They should be respected as such, especially for the skills and crafts that they do.
Yeah.
But just generally, overall,
we're physically built for the physical stuff. And the unfortunate part about it is the things that men excel at normally, like through nature, the things that we excel at are much more tangible to see than the things that women excel at. Like for instance, I think a woman is way better at like multitasking, expressing their emotions. I think they're way better at nurturing. I think they're way better healers. I think they're way better at being more intuitive, like in tune and stuff like that. I think those are not tangible things that everybody can understand. A person can understand that I bench more than you. That's a very easy thing to understand. Like you bench the bar with a little bit on top of it. I bench the bar with a whole lot on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So a person can understand and can consciously see that, and it's an easier thing. So we just got to let go of that whole thing, that everything that you don't want to hear and all the Wonder Woman shit that you want to believe in, just because it goes against that doesn't make it misogyny or anything like that. It doesn't. And the whole thing about it is you want to be, like when we use these words like toxic masculinity, we sit there and say, oh, a man doing this is toxic masculinity. But a woman telling the man to shut the fuck up, blase, blase, blah, is, oh, that's a woman being freedom of speech. That's a woman standing up for herself. That's this and that. Well, guess what happens when a man tells another man to shut the fuck up? You got to deal with the consequences of telling me to shut the fuck up. Like another man telling me to shut the fuck up, it's like, all right, pussy, square up, make me. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a woman telling me to shut the fuck up, it's like, all right, man, go ahead. But that's her speaking up for herself. Now, if I be able to like, why don't you make me shut the fuck up then? Now it's like, oh, now I'm entering the realm of bullying. You know what I'm saying? Now if she tried me and I shut her up, now it's like, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
If she beat me up, I lose. If I beat her up, I lose. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't think that it's equal if you wouldn't hold it the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for the last time, I get it. Y'all think I'm a misogynist. That's what some of the email gonna say. Get the fuck over yourself. These are facts that we dealing with. I'm not saying women are trash at nothing. I'm just saying that there's certain things physically that men are just built more for. Nobody's saying there's not a woman. Sure, Serena Williams beat me in tennis? Yes. Will old girl on track beat me in a race? She'll beat me in anything to do with speed. Everything. She might beat me in basketball. Who knows what the hell she could do? Would Brittany Griner beat me in basketball? Yes. Cool. Would Brittany Griner beat me at my job? No, because that's unfair as a comparison because I don't play basketball professionally. Right. You know what I'm saying? I do engineering work professionally, and on the side job, I do like construction work. You know what I'm saying? So on a professional level, I'm doing that. Would she be better at me than that? No. And you would say, oh, well, you know, it's just that you do this and that. Yeah, well, she play basketball, so it's not misogyny. Get over the shit. It's just the truth. The fact of the matter is, if y'all think differently, then everybody should just tally in, put it in, put your money where your mouth is. Everybody should start voting to make co-ed sports. Everything got to be co-ed.
It's so funny. I feel like you're misogynistic and all that. What do they think about me because I'm with you?
Mm-hmm. You're a good woman. You're a good woman.
I wonder.
What was that post you had?
Listen, so I was in a Facebook group today. We're going to put a cap on that, and that's the end
Done
of
with
that.
If y'all got an issue with it, send that shit to Fox. AskUncleLegend@gmail.com. Send that shit to Fox. She'll answer your question.
Or
if you don't like my answers,
or not.
haul ass, because ain't nobody being misogynist. We just talking about facts. If you take it the wrong way, get the fuck over yourself.
I want to know what y'all think about me because I'm with this misogynistic, whatever the fuck y'all call him. Let me know what you think. Anyway, so I was in a Facebook group, right? And in this group, a guy said,
Incoherent Fox Noise is.
He said, so you women expect a man to take you on a date and not have sex. Give me a Popeye's biscuit with peanut butter on it. I don't want to be here no more. Okay.
God damn.
All right.
That's
So-
a suicidal ideation. We need to check on bro.
Listen.
A Popeye's biscuit with peanut butter? It ain't
Let me
enough
tell you.
water in the world. You could soak up, like, if they had a couple of those when Katrina came around, we wouldn't have needed the levees.
Yeah, okay. Listen, so I said us women. If women ain't what you want, then say that shit, okay?
See, that's the first thing
you
people
know how
say.
to get that in.
Hey.
Say it. Because he said, y'all women, you women, are we not what you trying to pursue right now?
Women say the same shit about
You
men
know?
all the time.
So that was it. So I said, say that shit. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite to want to feel as though you deserve a decent woman and a woman should value herself, yet you feel like a woman should allow access to herself based on a dinner date. Okay? So I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck do you come from so I cannot travel there? I said, you seem unwell and limited in your creativity of what a date is supposed to look like. If you don't want to spend dinner money, then think outside the box, my G. Okay? I was like, there are various ways to keep a woman's attention and or court a woman. I said, you've limited yourself, and so you have limited options, right? So I told him he can go ahead and enjoy his chicken box, though. I'll be talking about this later on.
First of
on
all,
the
he's not going.
podcast.
First of all, he's not going to enjoy nothing because ain't nobody about to enjoy Popeye's biscuit. He's trying to kill himself.
He gonna enjoy his own goddamn
mental health is real. Let's talk about this brother for a minute. Mental health is real, brother. Seek help. Suicide is not the answer. Because I'm telling you right now,
Biscuit.
a Popeye biscuit. Just imagine a Popeye, but peanut butter. You gonna lick the roof of your mouth till you die. You gonna die on that.
I mean, if that's how he feel, let him do what he do.
All right, so.
Let him do what he do.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you what I think that young man is feeling, and then also tell him how he said it wrong. One, you fell into the emotional trap of talking shit about the opposite sex on social media. Unfortunately, I don't care what you want to call it. That's a woman's game. That's a woman's game. Complaining about the opposite sex on social media is a woman's game. Because once you get to complaining about women and saying this, that, and the third, the first thing women gonna say, if you gay, then say that then. They're going to lead with that. If you gay, then say that then, bro. So let's just go ahead and get it out. But let's just keep it a buck and say that this man probably done been, say he corny probably. So he done been on how many dates?
Oh, yeah, bro.
And he done wound up being somebody food dude.
And he mad. I had a food dude. I had a few food dudes, actually.
Okay, cool. And cool. But what I'm going to say with that, you had a couple of food dudes. Let's say they mad. Cool, they mad. That's funny. But when you get a dude that decide that he gonna sell a bunch of women a bunch of drink, act like he like them, he gonna crack cheeks, and then he disappear and ghost them. Now he a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
But the woman who just take you out and drag you along and just for this, that, and the third.
So, number one, my whole thing is everybody has to be accountable for themselves. So somebody had wrote me something, was like, yeah, oh, queens say that shit because they act like women are so difficult to deal with, and it's not that, and then they go to the other races and blah, 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 right?
Ain't nobody asked for
So,
that. We ain't
I'm like,
order that.
Yeah, so.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis.
Yeah, so I was like, first of all, I'm an empress. I ain't a queen. Anyway, thank you, dear. I said, they think we are difficult, but we're not difficult. Some men just haven't had the right upbringing to learn the art of courtship, romance, socialization, and connecting with the opposite sex by another male or role model. So I also said, as a woman, we need to stop telling a man how to be the man based on the daddies we didn't have, or the heartbreaks, the movies, the tall tales that we've gone through, which makes us feel like we know what it means to be because we don't, and vice versa. Okay. And I also said, just as he can't tell us what we should be and what we should do and how we should act based on the challenges that he did or didn't experience while he was growing up. I did say we just need to set boundaries for ourselves, choose wisely with whom and what we allow to share our energies with. We have to be accountable for ourselves and not blame a man for our shit, because people will only treat you how you will allow them to treat you. And that's the end of it. And so that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. We come to a point where we want to blame the other person for all the heartache that we've been through, but we had time to leave. We had time to get out of the situation. We had time to scan. We had time to sit back and really focus and play this whole scenario out in our heads.
Are you
So
trying to tell me that I had a chance to run away, but now we married now?
you had a chance, and that's it. So everything else now, this is your fault. This is your
Ours is married
being
now.
accountable.
Nah, go ahead.
This is
Dave. I
your
was just fucking with you.
accountability, but yeah, that's what it is basically. And so I had to let her know that, okay, you can sit here and blame them for going here and there and doing this and that, but you allowed them to do every pain and heartache that I've been through with a man.
Oh, you earned that shit.
You damn straight I earned it because I allowed that shit to happen to me. I allowed it to happen to me. And so I should have left earlier. I felt the stuff inside. I saw the red flags, and I still decided to stay for whatever the reason is. So I have to hold myself accountable for those things that I did or didn't do in those relationships. And now I'm here now.
So let me tell you some huge things about so two of the women that I respect the most in my life. Well, three of the women I respect the most in my life. One is my grandmother because she raised me. No matter what fault she got, I don't give a fuck when nobody could tell me about my grandmother from when black people was getting bit by German shepherds.
Great grandmother.
My great grandmother. Fuck you and 4 people that look like you. My great grandmother is a fucking saint. I don't give a fuck what she was doing. I don't care what you can tell me about my great grandmama. You can say Nana did this, that, and the third, da 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 da. Fuck you and 4 people that look like you. My Nana is a saint. But when we get into it, I respect the hell out of her. And it's one of the main a huge reason why I married you is that I can't be with a woman that I don't respect. Because at the end of the day, y'all cannot believe in gender roles as much as y'all want, whatever. Do what works for your relationship. As you sit at home and you say whatever the fuck you say, sitting there lonely, hugging your Pomeranian or sitting in your room playing Call of Duty or something, hoping a woman finds you. Whatever y'all do. But me and Fox believe in somewhat traditional. Not completely, but somewhat. If you was to come and look at our relationship and instead, you would see that it looks more traditional than most. Regardless. I feel like and Fox has allowed me to believe, either she believes it or she allowed me to believe that I'm the captain of the ship, right? So maybe she didn't. Maybe she don't believe that. But she's allowed me to believe that, right? I'm the captain of the ship. She the navigator. So the way a man and a woman move is like, I'm the captain of the ship, but I don't make moves without my navigator. If I'm sitting here and I'm up here like, yo, we gonna turn left, and then Fox like, yo, it's a big ass iceberg over there. You saw what happened to the Titanic? We got the same ship. You fucking up. We need to go this way. Cool. Now we gonna swing right. Or I'm like, we got to navigate our way around that iceberg, and I need you to help me figure it out. This and that, and that's how we choose to move. How you choose to move in your relationship and what you think is right, that's you. Yeah. Cool. Because most people who give a whole bunch of crazy relationship advice are the same people who give parenting advice. You either suck and you ain't got kids. Mm-hmm. Just like the people who give relationship advice, they either suck at a relationship or they ain't in one. The people who ain't in relationships got the greatest relationship advice. Do this, do that. So I have to be able to respect you. And I respect the hell out of you. Up and down, I respect you. I look at you as my equal. But we also understand that our equality isn't based off of we do the same things. Our equality is based off of we balance each other. You know what I mean? You're frantic, crazy Fox all the time. And I'm over here like, you know what I mean? You go high, I go low. I go high, you go low. Yeah. We balance each other
balance out. Is like
the balance is what's everything. Yeah. Because as soon as I be like, I think I should shoot this dude in the face, and you're like, baby, I think we should go home.
Simmer.
And you be up there like, and I'd be like, baby, come in. But we also lean on each other for that advice, like because we will come to the other person when we're at our hottest or with somebody else, and I'll be like, and I come to you just like you'll come to me, and it's like, baby, I'm feeling this and that. And you're like, did you think about this and that? And we're like, because I didn't come to you to agree with me. I don't come to you to agree with me. I have people that will agree with me. I can call the homies up, and they're going to 100% hop on board.
Sometimes I want you to co-sign my bullshit though. Sometimes,
but you know I'm not that. You know I'm not. I will co-sign your bullshit.
I want that approval. Like, can I get this?
I co-sign your bullshit. You know, but the only thing is, you know, I will co-sign your bullshit in public. I won't do it in private. I will never go against you in public. But in private, it's like, babe, I think I'm not that. No. Now in public, if you just like, we gonna set this motherfucker off, it's like, can't let my baby go out like no punk bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I mean? But that is what we're talking about. With, like, people don't understand the balance in relationship and the accountability. So one of the reasons that I respect you so much to bring it full circle with that is that you understand accountability. Like, you understand accountability. And every day, more and more, both of us understand accountability more. And one of the things you understand is like, I get it. I get it that what I was doing was whatever. Dude also had the option to just say fuck it when I ain't give him no ass, and he took me on 4 dates to get some food.
Yeah, he had that option.
He had that option. So just like you good, but a lot of women don't see it that way, just like a lot of men don't. A lot of women don't see it that way where they say like, oh, well, he just fucked me and left and he a dog, and women hop on board, fuck these men, they this and that, da 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 da.
These men ain't shit, but yeah, you still want one though.
You still want
understand.
one. In fact, you'll take that motherfucker back right now if he say the right thing to you.
If he say the right thing. I've never been that type of woman to be, because I know that there are some good men out there. When I was single.
Keita, what's up, baby?
Hey.
Keita.
Hey, I know that there's some good men out there, so I've never been that type of woman to bash men and be like, yeah, there are some. Now, the one you were dealing with, yeah, he was fucked up.
He trash.
And I would say that, but I know that I've always loved the idea of love and all of that. And so I always knew that there was somebody out there for me. And I always know that there that there are good men out there. There's good people out there, good women out there still. So those people who run at and say that all the time is because you've been hurt. Is what it is. And so because you've been hurt, you want to lash out and go against everything. However, that's what you want though.
Yo.
You still want that.
Hey, yo, my boy. Let me tell you something, boy. My favorite dude in Jacksonville, Florida is Art. Like my favorite dude and I met a lot of cool dudes that's from the area. Art, my favorite dude. Art's so funny. She said that I'm a dog, but she met me at the vet.
Oh my God!
No, but that's real because that's the accountability portion, is that we hop into this and we think that we can change people. People change because they feel some reason to change. You can't make them change. All you can do is facilitate an environment for that person to change.
I mean, women are notorious for that, and I can say
Notorious.
that as a woman because I still feel like this. Like, I hear what you're saying. Oh, you said you don't want this, you don't want that, you don't want. I hear what you're saying, but by the time I'm through with you, you're gonna give me exactly what I need and what I want. You don't want to be in a relationship? Yeah, oh, that's cool, But in the back of my mind, I got a whole ass game plan for you. Why we going to be together, okay? I'm being scooted over. Why are we going to be together? So I think that that's definitely true, what you was talking about. But women do need to realize that you can't change people. The person will change for themselves first because they recognize that through you, that you've shown them that they need this change.
I think it come down to shitty branding. This is my hot take for the podcast. Men say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. We always preaching that shit, this and that, and then thousands of men try to turn hoes into housewives. But women, well, you can't make a dog be loyal. What's more loyal than a dog? The Qs will go ahead and tell you that. You know what I mean? The Qs will tell you that. What's more loyal than a dog, baby? But you can't expect people to change. You met a dude, he was out on his grind, he was out on his grizzly, he out here fly, flashy, this and that, you know what I'm saying, letting his nuts hang, and you're mad when he continued to do that. But it's like when dudes meet women, and she out here showing her ass, doing this and that, you like, that's gotta be mine. And then now you like G Money from New Jack City. You like G Money from New Jack City. Like, well, my bitch acting up. Yeah. Well, you know what? You got her from a vet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got a dog from the shelter. You got a dog from the vet. Yeah. Now she acting like a bitch. This is what you get. Mm-hmm. So we got to understand what we get, because too many
accountability. Yeah.
It's the accountability, because too many people want to sit there and say like, oh well, people should treat me. You don't deserve shit. Like, get over the desert. It's this dude named Gary V, and I listened to a podcast by him, and that's what I was listening to when I was mowing the lawn earlier today. And Gary V, just hearing that dude, man, and hearing, like, I love the perspective of immigrant, like people who come from immigrant families, like whether they first generation American or they moved over here while they got whatever. I love their opinions, because their opinion is what like made me who I am today, coming up saying like, don't nobody owe you shit. Yeah. Like my grandfather used to tell me that all the time. Don't nobody owe you shit.
Yeah, my dad too.
This and that. I remember people coming, and like a scout coming, and I had a good game. Say I had 26 and 18. I'm hooping. It ain't my greatest game ever. I had 26 and 18. But you know what the scout saw? The scout saw me cuss somebody the fuck out on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? When I told him like, hey, get your fucking head in the game. Stop tucking your dick between your legs and this and that. That's not building a team environment. That's not what he's looking for.
It's not becoming.
It's not what he's looking for. Now he scored 26 and 18, but you know what? He missed 2 open shots. He missed a layup even though he got the rebound. He cut somebody out. He got a tech and told the ref, fuck you and 4 people that look like you. So,
I'm sorry, my brother just chimed in. So it depends on the kennel.
So let's clean the comments right quick and go ahead and hit these. So get back to your uncle. He said a lot of women mostly doing foodie dates. Cut it down with a lot of Sims. I'm not really.
Probably simps. Listen.
Oh, a lot of simps.
So my thing is, so you don't want to spend money taking a woman out on a date. When you having that conversation with her before you decide to take her out on a date, why don't you listen to her, what she likes to do besides dinner, besides all of that? If she likes art, why don't you take her to an art show?
Yeah.
Take her to an art gallery.
Art shows
Most of that shit is free. Most of that shit is free.
You're talking about like going
in the community.
Like yeah. You're not talking about like a big art.
No, we're not talking about big art gallery or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And even some of those galleries, you can just walk in and view their art.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
So yeah, take her to an art show. If she like poetry, you in Jacksonville area, Moses West do the dopest shows.
Moses West.
Take her to a poetry show. Okay, if you like music. I mean, they have all these little pubs out here or different places with live bands. Like, come on.
Like that.
You have to get creative. If you don't want to spend money on a date,
I'm with you with that.
Do something that she like. And not only that, putting y'all ass on game, but this is what I do. So
get that game.
Free. It's like, oh, he know I like this. So you pay more attention to what I'm telling you than, okay, just feed me. Okay, if that's what you want to do, good, because I'm going to eat, as you can see. I'm going to eat.
So for me to explain that to men so that you can understand that and it don't sound as complicated, because men, we real simple. Let me explain that to you is that food is low frequency. Food is like, I make money, I'm going to pay for food, and I want to sit here in front of you as low frequency. I'm going to give you an example of when I operated high frequency. When me and Fox got engaged, or whatever, my proposal to Fox, it was a whole day on her birthday. So it started out before that, because Fox is you ain't about to just celebrate this shit on December 14th. This is a real homie weekend, a week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might have to give it a whole month depending on what's coming up. But the things that I did, like when we talk about, I didn't spend as much money, like for those who know us personally, I didn't spend as much money as you would think to do the things that I did. I just got ahead of it and put the thought process into it, because because one thing we talked about is how much her birthday means. So I'm like, okay, I'm planning this shit like it's a soft mission. Like, we got to get this shit, this and that. So it's like the first thing I did, she liked to get massages and everything. First thing I did, send it to the massage parlor. Go ahead and get all cleaned up and this and that. Take it to one of her favorite places to eat. It was like her second favorite restaurant or something. Take it to eat. So yeah, we're gonna do the eat there. Fox like food. Boom. She eat. We do this and that, and then she loves her family. We spent time with her family. Before we spent time with her family, she loved sunsets. So you know what I did? I took her, got a plane ride, and I'm telling you, I'm going to give y'all some game. If you go and get some of the local plane and helicopter rides, you're talking about a couple $100. We ain't talking about I rented a G5, G6. You're talking about I rented a plane, and we just got to fly. She got to see the sunset. That meant more to her than if I could throw a bunch of money and be like, we're going to fly to Rome, or I'm going to take you to the most expensive restaurant in Florida.
Wait, that's not fly to Rome.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah, Greece,
Okay, we own Greece right now. That's because I already hit the notches. Now I got to move up. That's a step up.
Not hair grease, but
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that step up. So what we got to, so as men, we do have to work hard. And then we also got to understand is that if we work hard for that woman, we'll find out a lot more. Like when you work hard for that woman and you listen, funny thing about women, and this is the guy's honest truth, and I would say that I know a little more about women than the average man. You agree?
Yes. Yes.
So I know a little more about women than the average man. So what the advice that I would give back to men is just do, like they'll tell you. They just talk. Women just like to talk, and they love to talk about themselves because they've been valued for so long that they feel as though you should know what makes them special. They want to tell you what makes them special. Do you see this right here? I'm married to this woman.
Why I'm special.
Yes. So the thing she loves sunset. She loves the beach. She loves this and that. Some women just say shit just to be saying it. Because you'll have women that be like, oh yeah, like the blue roses. Like I got her some Forever roses. Them things still in the bedroom.
A million roses, yeah.
Them things still in the bedroom. Got her some Forever roses. These are ideas that you can get to show the woman that you care, and you are not. And I'm a blue collar dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm blue collar handsome. I'm a blue collar money. I'm not rich. Like, you know what I mean? So these things come with just some thought and some idea behind it. And it means so much more to them because it feels like, oh, you put the thought behind it. That's how you compensate for the money you don't have. So if you don't have the money, a lot of us don't have that crazy money. So they'll say this shit. If you broke, then say that then. Fuck her.
Yes. And it's easier to weed out the ones
Yeah.
who's about that money and that's it. So if you listen to her, the things she like, and you do some of those things that she likes, and she's still like, it's a problem. That's a problem. That's probably not somebody you want to mate with.
If you tell a woman some romantic shit that you thinking, you throw some shit out there and that shit don't fly. Like if you tell her like, hey, I want like one of me and Fox dates, we just went and walked down on the beach and we looked at the stars. Mm-hmm. I think we got something to eat, but it was the moon and it was the orange moon.
Yeah.
One of our dates we went out, we walked down on the beach and did that. Beach cost me $0. Mm-hmm. Whatever gas it took to drive out there. And we got something to eat. We ain't even go nowhere cold. Yeah. Like we went to like a
restaurant on the beach.
Yeah, we ain't go to no $300-$400 place or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because we drink it was a little higher. And that's just the nature of the beast. But what I'm saying is it don't cost all that much. So we can put the thought into it, and that's something we don't do. And then this is the same advice that I give to women. It's the same when I get to men. It's good to be an acquired taste. And it's good to make sure that you advertise that you're an acquired taste, because being an acquired taste limits the amount of people that's going to come taste you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Fox don't like vodka. If you say you vodka, Fox not coming for vodka. You know what I'm saying?
Coming for whiskey.
She coming for whiskey.
Whiskey, rum.
So when I say I'm whiskey, Fox is like, I like whiskey.
Like who?
Now, I might not get every woman. It might be some woman over there that I'm like, damn, she look like this or she look like that, or blase, blase, blah. And then I see Fox and it's like, damn, she pretty as hell, and damn, she look like this. And then I tell them I'm whiskey. Well, 4 of them leave. And now it's just Fox and a couple others. And then now they like whiskey. Now you left with who like whiskey, but it's easier when you just tell people the truth up front. So that gets you quality over quantity.
But that's something that most men don't like to do, because at the end of the day, they will have to reveal themselves. So even if they want, and I was talking to Jay.
Cook on that right quick. What you mean? They'd have to reveal themselves?
They would have to reveal themselves, like their true intentions. So if a man just want to have sex with you, okay, and he feels like, if I be real, she ain't really going to accept this. And, I was having a conversation about this earlier. If a man be real, she ain't really going to accept me. She ain't really going to accept this. This ain't really what she wants. So I'm lost out of ass for the night or multiple nights or whatever. So they don't want to be real, because most of them going to be like, yeah, and I do feel that, because some women will play the game like that's not what they want too.
And
so I would say on both ends.
They want dick. They just don't want to be called the hoe.
Right, be real. You don't want to be called a hoe, but so now you have to get rid of that whole what people think about you type deal, But then some people will make it worse for you in that. So it's like a kind of double-edged sword when it comes to that. And I can say for myself, when I went on a celibacy vow for a long time.
I wasn't around.
No, you wasn't around. But I went on a celibacy vow for a long time, and I was meeting all kind of people, going out on dates, whatever. But I just didn't want to do that. So if when I got tired of it and I was ready, and I just let people know, hey, this is what I want. Like, what's up? I was completely 100 real about what I wanted, all of that, and some of them, okay, yeah, cool. They just wasn't my taste, so I ain't mess with them. And then I, found somebody who I was like, oh, shit, we talk on the phone forever. The chemistry is great, blah, blah, blah. Boom. I don't really go to people's houses like that. Let me go ahead and see what's up with them. And I knew what I wanted right off the rip. So I think that being honest with yourself and honest with the person that you're dealing with is something that we all need to practice to do. It doesn't matter. So what, you don't get that one, you might get a next one. Yeah. You lost one, you're going to get the next one.
But the thing about it is this. It's like, it don't matter what you are. It's not, if you out here just to, as a dude, if you out here just to crack cheeks, if you out here looking for somebody to be friendly with, if you out here looking for a wife, pick quality over quantity, because just being honest gives you more quality in who you dating. So it's like, if say there's 1,000 women in the room and they all think you cute. So let's just say it's 1,000 women, they're attracted to you. They see you, boom, you think you cute, which... Some advice for a young man is 3 things that a man has to do. You got to be in decent shape, groom good, dress well. That's the only three things we really got to do to be attractive. You don't got to be wild handsome. Like, I'm not one of
I
these.
wouldn't even say be in decent shape, because some women love like a big man.
But I'm,
you know,
I mean, I think that women love a big man, but you love a big man to a certain extent, and it's
That's
still got to
me,
be
though.
proportional. No,
That's
but
me,
it's,
though. It may be
most
other people.
most women it's still got to be proportional. Like, for instance, I don't got a 6-pack no more.
Like, don't be big to the point your wee wee short. Ain't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when you losing inches of dick. Like, be healthy, dog. You still got a sling pipe out here. You need blood to flow. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, be in decent shape. I'm not saying you got to be an Olympic athlete. The better shape you in, the better for most cases or whatever. Or if that's not your lifestyle, it's not your lifestyle. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, if you're in decent shape, dress well and groom well means, like when we was talking about on the last podcast, you got to wash your ass with the washcloth, bro. Get
with
in there.
the washcloth.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there.
Podcast.
2 different rags.
Need to listen.
Men, like, groom well is get a haircut regularly. You know what I'm saying? Get a haircut regularly and get a decent cologne that match you or something like that. And then also just take care of yourself. It's just overall take care of yourself. Women don't like dirty nails. It ain't too many women that like dirty nails. They like a hardworking man, but most women feel about hardworking men the way I feel about working hard. I don't mind getting dirty. If I could tell you, anybody who know I get dirty, I get down. I don't stay dirty. I don't stay down. I'm a prima donna once I get back to the house. I'm going to the shower. I don't want to chill. I don't want to do nothing. Don't try to touch me.
If you could, yeah, dang.
Possibly. But you know what the problem is? Not the problem. You know what that is? You don't ever got to worry about me smelling crazy.
Nope.
So, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So it's like, just take care of yourself, right? And dress good. Like the things we was talking about shoes, about like, you don't need to have 37 pairs of shoes from Stacey Adams. Get 2 pairs of shoes from Allen Edmonds. Get you a brown pair of Oxfords, get you a black pair of Oxfords. Take care of most of your shit. Get a couple suits, a lot of shirts, swap it out, learn how to dress, right? Some things that men can do that's going to make them more attractive. But what happens is when you go out and you whatever you advertise, limits your choices. Treat it like a dating site. When y'all on these dating sites and y'all say, I want a woman between this, I want a woman between that. Advertise yourself as such. I am a man. I am this age. This is what I want. This is how I dress. This is what I do. And that eliminates a lot of choices. I am charismatic enough to advertise myself to everyone. But I don't want everyone. I want Fox. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want everyone. I want Fox. Like, Fox is, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I'm advertising myself. Fox is like, I like that. That's my type of whiskey. You know what I'm saying? That might not be everybody's type of whiskey. I'm not everybody's type of man. But I'm Fox's type of whiskey. This the woman I wanted. I got the woman I wanted. I'm good. So say what you want. So it might eliminate your choices, but it comes down to quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing. And the same thing with women. Women, you can go out there and you could go ahead and say you got a fat ass. You got a fat ass? Go out there, show all your ass on Instagram. That's what you're advertising. If you're advertising your ass, you're going to get people that want your ass. Yeah. As a man, if you advertising your money, you get money, you're successful, you this and that, you're going to get people that want your money, who want your success.
Right. So you got to pay attention.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me how men show all this money and they're like,
and then be mad.
Only getting gold diggers and God dang.
It ain't crazy because women do the same shit.
You have to be accountable for what you are advertising out there.
But women do the same shit.
Too. Yes.
They be on the dating site talking about something. If you just want
man.
I want a good man. You know what I mean? If you want to fuck, if all you want to do is fuck, then get out of here.
That you want that. You want somebody to put it in your That's it. Like, be for real. Be for real. Like, it's okay to show your sexuality. Please don't get me wrong, because Lord knows I am a very sexual being. I will show my sexuality in a heartbeat. But when I'm advertising myself, stop. When I'm advertising myself, it's not going to be all of that stuff. He can see that if he worth seeing that. You know, if he ain't worth seeing that, then what I'm going to show it for?
Big fact. Same thing with women. It's like that when you talk about taking on them big dates and going to, you know what I mean, these $300-$400 restaurants where, you know, the dinner going to be a slam easy $300 before drinks, not including the tip.
I mean, that just made me think about when we used to date, how much our bill used to be all the time just on drinks. And I looked at a bill one time. I was like, ooh, glad I ain't got to pay that shit.
Fox
clear over 200 on drinks alone. I was like,
hey, yo, the drinks there was almost about $20.
Thank you.
The drinks there was almost about $20 a piece. Like damn near, like pretty much everything was $16, $18, $20. Me and Fox easy had about 5 drinks a piece. So I mean, you do the math. 5 times 20, 100 on my side. 5 times 20, 100 on Fox side. $200 on drinks, and then we, you know what I'm saying?
And we was hungry afterwards.
And then we ate. We had appetizers. We ate everything else. It's like she looked at that bill, and that bill was like 3 something. It was like 3 something pushing forward. She was like, and this is when we was dating.
I had a good time.
And she had a good time. I would like to say, on behalf of the not being a simp committee, I was already cracking cheeks by the time I made that type of investment. Like that.
Were you? No, you wasn't.
By the time I did,
yes,
I was. Yes,
not by any rule or anything.
No, but that's just some of them things you got to understand. The things that you give people access to, like think of everything you got as resources. A woman's sexuality, her temple, her everything, that's resources. Me, my temple, everything, that's resources. My money, resources. Her affection, her love, her vibe that she brings and stuff like that, that's resources. So giving me access to that,
okay,
we gonna commit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and crack. We were supposed to be in these comments. All right, so I said Shakita because we behind on these comments. Shakita said, I bashed men when I was younger until I got older and realized it was my decision and men that wasn't too fond of.
That's right.
You know what?
Right, sis.
That's why I'm happy. Right. That's why I'm happy my brother Jeff is in good hands.
Right.
He's an all-state out here.
He got a good really?
All-state hands. Welcome to
sprinkle some salt on that.
You know what I'm saying?
What he doing?
Nah. My boy Art said, all right, I'm almost narcissistic. That's from his comment earlier when he said the dog and the vet thing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, bro.
Our brother said that so it depends on the kennel. And he was talking about what type of dog you is. And then Keita said, I used to see potential.
We said dog and Coco like, hey Coco,
we're not talking about you, dog. Shut your ass up.
Don't be talking to her like that.
Tired of these bitches. Tired of these bitches always talking. Shut your ass up, Coco. Bitches always talking.
Stop.
What? She a bitch. I can't.
We're not doing it because she about to argue. Okay.
All right. You know what? She like to run her mouth.
She do like to argue.
Wait till I put a shot collar on you. I love you, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Come on.
All right. Keita said, I used to see potential in men or take on a project and try to fix them. Exactly what we was talking about.
That's what we just said. Keita, let me tell you.
This was probably during the time we just behind on the comments. Let me finish your comment though first, baby. Oh, my God. No, you'll lose your thought. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Keita, that's exactly right. Women do this all the time. We feel like we can fix them. And this is probably the nurturing part of us or the trauma part of us, okay, of not being enough. So now we're enough now. If we fix them, we help them in some kind of way. They become our project. So if they become our project or we try to think that we can change what they feel just to fit us, to fit what we desire.
And men, we do
now,
this.
It is possible, okay? It's usually possible, but just to show you how our thought process is, people need to know that.
I'm gonna finish this comment and then I'm gonna let you cook, and then I'm gonna let them dogs
we
out.
Go to the next one.
No, so she was saying take on the project and try to fix it. I feel like you shouldn't go on an interview for a job unprepared. So I stopped going in relationships with people who weren't prepared and expecting that I could convert them to what I thought they should be. They weren't expecting it, but you thought that you could possibly do it. So the thing about it is even men, like, you got to understand, I understand when I'm not qualified for the job. That don't make me less of a man. That just means, say for instance, you need, let her out.
Coco,
hold on, I'm about to let her out. Coco, Fox, you finish reading that. I'm gonna get Coco.
Comments. And so when we do the audio, of course, we'll edit all this stuff out.
I won't.
Yes, you will, because I'm not gonna have this on the audio. Anyway. So I don't know what your thought was, what you were saying about that, but Keita, you're absolutely right. People need to know that, especially men, when they get into relationships with women, they do need to realize and recognize that part of us too, just like we would need to realize and recognize certain things about men and what they do and how they feel about them changing women. Babe, stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can see me?
And now I'm blurry, and now I'm back beautiful. Okay. So, what he said, the simp era is everywhere. Okay, well, it depends on what you define a simp as. That's the issue that we have. Every time a guy does something nice for a woman, especially a woman he's interested in, oh, he a simp. I don't believe in that.
No,
I don't believe in that.
So the simp era is really a lot of dudes feeling like I don't have shit else to offer except money, but I want you to love me for more than just money. And it's the same thing that women do, where all they got is body or beauty to offer, and they don't got nothing else to offer. And it's like, you should pick me, and I am entitled to all of these things, even though I don't have it. I'm just beautiful.
Okay.
So that's what the real simp era is dudes who like, well, I'm gonna just pay my way to make myself equal. So you see, me talking to a woman you like, she digging me, she digging my style, she digging how I talk, she like all of this stuff, and you like, I make more money than him. I'm a millionaire. Let me throw money at her. Guess what? If I was single, I'm still cracking her. While you out here, you probably paying for my shit.
I'm still gonna use your money.
You probably paying for my shit. You take her out on a date, and I'm over there in the background like, yeah, tell him you want some.
You need a bottle.
Yeah. Tell him you want this and that. Yeah. You want that car. Mm? Oh yeah, you need some size 13 phone posits.
Yeah.
You need them for your brother. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's your brother's birthday tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Art said depending on the woman. I missed that. Where it was independent woman is not looking for versatility in a date. They're looking for a man to pay that food.
So first of
That's
all,
your uncle. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you wrong, okay? And I love you with all this in me. However, I think you're wrong. Independent women are not just looking for food. I mean, if that's all you offering, take her out on a date like I was just saying, and that's what you're gonna get. So you limit your own options. You limit your own options at that point. Like I said, if you're interested in a woman and you want to get to know her and y'all talking over the phone before you decide to ask her out on a date, then you choose that date based on her interest then. So number one, she's not going to just look at you as a dinner guy. Oh, he just take me out to eat. He boring or whatever. No, if you do something she likes, that's going to always be implanted in her brain. Like,
depending on the quality of woman.
Depending on the quality of woman, right? So if you say, hey, well, first of all, the wrong quality of woman would say, well, no, I just want to go out to eat. And, okay. Well, I'm not available that day, But if you go to someone who, like I was saying, if they like art, take them to an art show. If they like music, take them to a chorus or a choir or something like that. Not a church. No, don't do that. Take them to whatever, a symphony or something like that. Sometimes they have a lot of them free in your community. You have to look in your community or just right outside your community to see where these things are. So if you take them to those different things, they're going to look at you in a different light. Like, oh my God, I really like that. Oh, he's so sweet. And they're going to pay more attention to you now as a man than as somebody that just, okay, well, we just going out to eat. So boring ass conversation. Okay, here we go. Damn, can I have some scallops? Okay, let me eat them scallops. But you need to do something else besides taking them out on a dinner date. So if they like to adventures, okay, they have a lot of different things, especially in South Florida. You can go take them on a horse ride. You can go take them different things that they haven't experienced. Right, that they haven't experienced before. Right. So you got to think outside the box when you're dealing with women.
Women, you should probably do the same thing.
And when I was just about to say, because
get it, baby, get it.
You know me, I'm always doing my thing.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how dirty Fox is. And I was looking at these comments by Art. He said, when I was broke, I was more creative with dates, not gonna lie.
Okay. And you have to be, and that's fine.
But the other thing is too is that this is the sad part about it, is like we gotta be more creative on dates.
Anyway.
And then we gotta make expensive dates. And then we gotta make more creative, expensive dates. Like it's just the evolution of being with a woman.
But
they want more.
But see, this is the thing. So if you're talking about dating, though, if you're just dating to find that one woman. No,
he's just talking about dates. But you got to think, we still go on dates.
Yeah.
We still go on dates.
So you found your woman, and so he's found his woman. But those single men out there, like my uncle and whatever. So
I'll post a picture in the chat. Let me see. Let me see.
So you'll be single, so you don't want to spend all that money dating. I'm just thinking as a man, I wouldn't want to be like, God damn, I gotta take Ashley out, Keisha, Tamara.
But
Tanya,
this the thing. This the thing.
So do something else that can.
Yeah, but guess what? All of that takes time. You know how much thought a woman puts into? You know how much thought a woman puts into, like, I'm talking about like separate thought that a woman puts into a date.
Well, I don't know. Exactly. If I'm feeling you, I'm gonna put thought into it.
No, I'm talking about we go on a date. The fact of the matter is, you want to be cute regardless, whatever date you're going, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to want your shit done up. The
first date, yes. The first date, absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to want to be done up. You're going to want to be doing this and that. Cool. But the fact of the matter is that as a dude, regardless of what the date is, we're spending money. Like, it's very hard to be like, oh, we just gonna take a walk in the park and talk. It's something that's because of culture.
You gonna bring some champagne?
Yeah, because of culture.
Bring
That's what I'm saying. And it's like a woman comes with negative $37 on her damn checking account to the date with 5 dudes and eats all week off that.
Look, don't hate
broke
on. Don't hate on.
No, accountability.
Okay, accountability. Right.
I smell misandry in here.
I ain't no misandry. It's not misandry. Okay.
It's real misogynistic in here.
If you come and you have to do that, so that's the way the society have it set up, to where the man is the person to do this and that and that and this.
Cool.
This is the fairy tale, the tall tales, the this and that.
Okay.
That we were all taught.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So women can stop talking all that shit about destroy the patriarchy. You want dudes to hold the door. You want dudes to pay for this and that. You want dudes to do all this shit. You want dudes to protect you and cherish you. Then the patriarchy can't go away, because guess what? That's part of the patriarchy.
But it can be a balance of those, so, right?
Okay,
so a woman
okay.
can take a man out on a date. I've taken you out on dates.
How many?
men out on dates?
When were we at in our relationship where you took me out on the first date?
When I realized I loved it, did you?
Oh, guess who was paying for them non-love dates? Guess who was paying all these non-loved bills?
Look, let's be accountable, okay?
Let's be accountable.
You could have said, "Hey, can you pay for a date?"
And then I'd be single.
Maybe. Maybe not.
This the shit I'm talking about right here. This the shit I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. Keita said, I read this comment already, and I thought about not reading it, Keita, but you on your bullshit. So, agreed. Listen to us is most meaningful. I told Jeff that I wanted to go to Bora Bora. I walked into my office. Shut your whore mouth. Fucking hooer. I told Jeff I wanted to go to Bora Bora. I walked in my office last week, and he left a note in a credit card that said, "Book our trip. I love you." I almost married him again.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Jeff, you know the way that I was, when you said
Jeff.
my engagement, when you said, like, you looked at my engagement, you trying to make us all look bad out here?
You
Jeff,
did that.
Thanks, bruh. Thanks, bruh.
You.
We just paid for a goddamn wedding at a golf and country club, and now your boy about to fuck around have to sell dope to keep up with you. Thanks for ruining my naval career, Jeff.
He say book it.
Book it. Anyway, Chris and then holla at your boy.
I like you.
We rolling with that party ball these days.
I like you.
Hey, Chris came in there, holla at your boy. We rolling with that party ball these days. Fox, not no lightweight. Yeah, I don't know what we talking about, dude.
You talking about drinking.
Oh, drinking? Yeah, Fox a motherfucker on them drinks.
Let me tell you.
Hey, we get this Airbnb. I'm trying to see everybody tolerances. Let me tell you something, Art.
Art, you ain't ready.
Let me tell you something, Art. Your boy about a solid 270 pure grade A liver and kidneys. Your boy, this might not be what you want. Your uncle said I try my best to avoid being a simp to any woman. Facts, you can't be a simp, and it's a thin line between it, man. And it just depends on the woman you're dealing with. Some women look at that shit and be like, "That's the most beautiful Romeo and Juliet shit ever," and another woman will be like, "Hey, here, sucker, I'm about to milk him."
It don't have to be dinner dates. It do not have to be dinner dates.
And then Art came through. Dating is so expensive. I remember I had like 3 lined up in 1 week. I was eating noodles all week. Big facts. Big facts.
I can't speak on the male point of view, but I know for me, when I had them lined up,
You had them lined up. You out here, let me make a little food for the kids. Boom, I'm out.
Me and my girl used to be like, line them up and knock them down. That's it. So
fucking hooters.
Ain't not like that. It wasn't nothing sexual.
Nah, I ain't saying nothing
sexual.
sexual.
Getting the dates out the way, seeing what he about, seeing what he.
Oh shit, Dan, what's up?
About.
He said, advantage of being
Dan.
one can Dan and married a lightweight. Oh yeah, Dan a lightweight. He ain't about that life.
He married a lightweight too. He's saying.
And then Art said, I've romped with the best of them and they all failed. Well, my friend, let me tell you something. Be well hydrated, cause your boy.
Well hydrated.
Your boy ain't about the bullshit. Let me tell you something. All them stereotypes that they got about people in the military, I am it.
And I'm coming in second.
Coming in a close second. Close second. Hey, Fox could put him down. I remember I was impressed. We was sitting there drinking. Jeff, what up, brother? We was sitting there drinking. You should look up in the comments and see the beautiful things that your wife said about you.
Oh, my God,
and
Jeff,
hold on.
I love you, Jeff.
Jeff, you ain't shit, Mr. Bora Bora, out here making me have to. We ain't spent enough money this fucking year, Jeff.
He gonna have
and this how you gonna shine on me?
He gonna have to up his ante. Grease coming soon.
Yeah. Now I'm out here on the block, Jeff. So if you see me on the news as the new drug kingpin or some shit like that, it's your fault, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you. Your boy out here, baking soda second. Baking soda second. I got baking soda. I got yeah. Wait, what? No, Jeff. No, yeah, Bora Bora. He probably can't see up in the comments. Talk to your wife. Talk to your wife with her dill pickle dad jokes. Talk to your wife.
She want to make a deal with your pickle. Bora Bora.
Why Coco at the door just staring?
No,
at me?
it's a mosquito. I saw her. She's standing up looking at the mosquito.
Leave her ass outside.
She dogging out there. Let her dog. She dogging.
That's the key, is to stay hydrated. Big facts. Big facts. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big though. And that the thing I'm talking about, we got a big Juneteenth event. You know what I'm saying? So the Jacksonville chapter, BGOE, we heading down to Tampa to our brother or sister chapter, however you want to call it, our sister chapter. But let me tell you something. The people in Tampa, fire. That whole squad out there in Tampa. We talked about them like on our second podcast. All them dudes fire. I love every person that came out from Tampa. Yeah. Like when I mean like they all like family. Like Jamarcus, me and Jamarcus is like we like brothers from another mother. When we be talking, Dave, brother from another mother. Nay, all of them. Why? Jeff said, why do I feel like the guy that gets beat up because of his lady? Because you are, Jeff. Square up when I see you, Jeff. Be happy that you were over 2,000 miles away, because I would say, let's go to the gun range. We would go to Gateway, go to the multipurpose area, and I wouldn't pull my gun out the holster, and we would start tussling, Jeff, because you're making my life hard out here.
Keita, thank you for sharing that tidbit of information. I appreciate you.
Keita,
love you, sis.
Keita, you ain't shit, sis.
Absolutely.
Big facts. Big facts on shit.
He laughing.
Hell, we had a good spot right now. So, you got a gun in your head?
I didn't even thought.
Anybody got a gun in your head for us? Anything? What we got? Because we've been cooking for a minute and we just went slam off the deep end. I told you we was talking about the one topic, got into it, and then that just fucking relationships.
I had two more topics to actually talk about too.
And I had two for the upcoming podcast. We'll cook them on the next one.
We'll save it for next one. You guys always been great as usual.
And please, if y'all want to do one favor for us, if you go to like the Linktree, if you go to Linktree and you decide, even if you don't want to do anything, if say for instance it ain't your thing, you ain't about to put no money on it, you don't want to do nothing for the GoFundMe, none of that shit. Fine, cool. But what I really need y'all to do, legend_Bomaye, BOMAYE on TikTok.
Yeah.
If you don't
get on TikTok,
you can follow me and then not even look at nothing we put out. We only got like 2 videos up and they just me being crazy as hell. And one of them with Fox when she was robbing me. But if y'all could just get on there and just follow, I'm going to start pushing that out on the Facebook and all the other social medias, the Instagram, everything else, and start pushing that because we just need enough people to get on there so that we can start going live on TikTok.
Yeah, we want to go live on TikTok, guys. We go live on TikTok. We get alternate viewers and everything.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Looking forward to that.
Keita, for the notifications, I think you really just go to me because I'm pretty sure we're friends. If not, then send me a friend request. If we're not friends, I'd be surprised if we ain't. But send me a friend request and then just hit the notification, because usually for the Facebook shit, I just go from my page.
Yeah, because we go to our page, Uncle Legend's Corner, but you guys don't really be in there when y'all see the notifications for that.
It's just easier
when he goes on his page, then you guys come on, unless I text y'all or something like that. So
yeah, so we got that. And Jeff, what's the gun in your head, brother? I'm waiting. Go ahead and shoot us a gun in your head, because I'm gonna go ahead and I'll pull the trigger right now as soon as you say. There's no discipline right here. We going forward.
You got one?
Let me hear something, Jeff. Keita, tell him in case he got off. We need this gun in your head. Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Is this?
No,
sound be on. Oh no, that's the Fox is a bad girl button.
That's my bad girl button.
Go ahead. You hit it there. Which button is it?
I think it's this one.
I don't. I think it's that one. Yeah.
Gun to your head.
He came through. He said, Fox. So you got to answer this one first.
How
now.
You gonna answer it?
Oh, no.
Because questions because the last podcast.
Because you potty mouth. OG potty mouth. You got to answer first. Would you rather have to poop 20 to 30 times a day, explosive diarrhea, Or would you rather only be able to poop once a month?
I'm pooping once a month. I'm pooping.
So you just gonna
once
walk around
a
all
month.
bloated? Because you
All
got whatever
bloated.
stomach issues made you want to poop 20, 30 times, and you still out here just,
But at one time I go though.
Jesus Christ. Change the toilets once a month. I'm be out here changing the wax grommet out. Is that the dance you gonna make when you come out there? Like, bitch, I'm bad. I lost 30 pounds. Hey.
Absolutely, Jeff. I'm gonna go with once a month. I damn near poop, damn near that anyway. Once a month, constipated in the motherfucker.
I just want to know, is this just a thing? I've only dealt with black women, so I just need to know: is this just something that they do? That they just only poop like once a week? Like, is that a thing? Me myself, I'm gonna tell you, I poop 3-4 times a day.
It's agonizing.
First of all, that means that my intestines is working, yours ain't.
Mine ain't, and that's why I'm
So,
jealous.
but I eat, I poop. I'm like a baby. Like, I'm talking about, I eat
terrible.
30 minutes later.
It's terrible.
But so for
most
me,
of our life is him on the toilet.
well, so we've been on the podcast for over an hour. And most of our life is me on the toilet. Yeah, I would say fuck you and 4 people that look like you, but 3 of them are here, and I don't feel like talking shit about Troy and your twin brothers. But so I would say that I would go to pooping once a month and just deal with it. Like,
you could.
It would be nice.
Die on day 2. The end of the day, you would die.
Whatever.
You poop so much.
Take a chance. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Let's see what happens. Your boy be walking around here looking built like Dr. Eggman from Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, don't worry about me, baby. I'm married. Fuck. It is what it, Oz is married now. So you know what? If I walk around here built like a bag of clothes, Oz is married now.
No, I don't want you built like a bag of clothes now.
Hey, I'll be out here built like a wisdom tooth.
No, we don't want that.
Molar.
We don't want to be built.
Molar. Big fact. Nah, I agree with Fox. I'm going with the give me one time. I just want to be able 20, 30 times.
That's a lot.
Big fact. Yeah. 2 to 3 times a day on a regular. I'm eating, and I'm telling you right now, I
You're more
know.
than that.
I'm reading the comment. So I'm going to tell you right now.
I put a gun in my head already.
Gun to your fucking head right now. I'm reading the comment from the good brother Jeff. God damn it, Fox. But yeah, no, I'm I'll poop once a month. Long as it don't cause no discomfort and I'm not out here like, oh, I should have pooped
It will.
3 times a day. Let me go.
It will
And
cause
look,
discomfort.
Shakita getting it in. What's wrong with you? I work from home. I poop multiple times a day. What's your problem?
I don't know.
Why do I always find
I'm jealous.
Why do I always
Shakita.
find the women with the bad bowels?
Got bad bowels.
Bad bowels. You know what I mean? Out here, women got a t-shirt. I pooped today. Yeah, I'm so happy. Like, the fuck going on, man? What did I do?
Oh my God. My sister told me something one time. When she said, when I would talk about my poop, and she was like, you talk about your poop like how old people would talk about their poop.
Big facts.
Poop. And she's like, and I finally found out why. Because old people talk about their poop so much because it's like close enough to like an orgasm, an erection, an orgasm. So I was like, I ain't really thought about it. It feels good. Like
Let me tell you something I don't have.
when you let it go.
I ain't thought about having an erection when I
people
poop.
talk about guys doesn't. They do it anyway. It's just natural. So if you haven't
Why we
noticed
better
that,
at physical sports, manual labor, because we poop regularly so that we can do our.
Y'all not completely soft when y'all get that out. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna talk about that here on the podcast.
I ain't fucking with you, Fox.
Oh, I love this guy.
I am through.
Listen.
What else we got? We can go ahead and get to the end of this podcast, play the shit out, take us out, and then we'll just sit here and talk to the people. I ain't fucking with you no more, Fox.
Who said they evaporate in there? Oh,
Kid
no,
is
you
it.
can't say that you multiple times a day and then you say you don't currently.
Let me tell you something.
What's going on with
Keita
that?
is legitimately a crazy person. She legitimately the craziest person.
We ain't talking about
Like-
what you used to do.
Like I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's
Currently,
if
you
there's
don't.
any man who understands what I'm going through in my marriage, if I have issues, I'm calling Jeff. Because Jeff is married to a crazy person, so he understands what it's like to be married to a crazy person. Jeff, get it. Jeff, we here, bro. Let me look in the camera. Jeff, we are here. We're closer than we was back in 2014, 15 when we met, bro. We are
God.
here, brother. I understand.
They doing too much, guys. They doing too much. Okay. Randy. So anyway, thank you guys for sitting with us and listening to us here in Uncle Legend's Corner. We appreciate your support. We thank you for all the feedback that we've been getting, positive, negative. It does not matter. So we appreciate all of that. Hit us up if you have any ideas, any suggestions for segments that we can do if you want to be on the show. Hit us up at unclelegend@gmail.com. Peace.
Peace. All right, audio's done. So if you listen to the podcast, that's what you're gonna get. Besides what Fox thinks she gonna have me edit out about the dogs.
Anyway, he about to edit it out.
We out here.
Anyway, he's gonna edit it out. That's not.
I'm about to
gonna
let
say.
the dogs back in.
Yeah, you let him back in. We done recording.
Hey,
So, we like to kick it with y'all after the show and listen to your thoughts, opinions, and everything. We are still waiting to see if you guys have any ideas about logos. See the logo that we have.
you
We
swinging?
don't want to use. That's Big Paul. Big Paul. That's Rocky, guys. See how
Big
big
Paul.
he's got? Oh, my
Big
God.
Paul.
Coco
Big
over
Paul.
here.
Big Paul. Big Paul.
Your paw wet,
Big
Coco.
Paul.
Had a bath today, thank goodness. But yeah, so if you guys have any ideas as far as logos, let us know. Like if y'all know anybody who's in a little artsy scene and has any ideas or just really talented, let us know. Link us up so we can get started with a good logo.
Hey,
'Cause we
Rocky,
wanna
spit a
have
hot
one.
16.
We want to have one before we go to
Patreon.
Patreon. Yeah, we want to have one before we go to Patreon. Our birthday is a week before Juneteenth. So we'll be 1 year old, and we would like to have a solid logo when we go to Patreon.
Big facts.
So what are you guys thinking right now? We see y'all in the chat. Y'all did y'all thing. Appreciate it as always.
Big Paul. Get him in there.
Put him down. Stop showing my baby wee wee on camera. Nobody don't want to see that.
Y'all know what bitches out there want to see his wee wee.
Anyway, my son there, Rocky and Bowinkle, Big Paul, what's up? He always hit my hand. He looking at where his girl went. She went in the kitchen. That's where he want to be at. In the kitchen. Y'all still on here? What y'all saying? What y'all talking about? What you thinking? What's your hopes, dreams, and aspirations? Something. Well, we're gonna end this podcast right now. No, just y'all just here looking what y'all looking as. Okay. So do we have any other announcements for these people since they don't want to say anything?
Coco got something to say.
She was talking a lot of smack though during the podcast. We had to stop.
Talk that shit now, Coco.
Let me tell y'all about Coco. Coco cuss us out every day. Okay, all that stuff y'all was hearing in the background, Coco cussing and that's all cuss words. I promise you. Look at him trying to climb on me. All curse words. I promise you. That's what they do all day is just sit here and cuss us out. Coco especially.
It's just Coco.
Yeah, Coco.
These mouthy bitches.
Stop it. Stop
That
it. She
is
just
the
won't.
medical term for her.
That's not.
That's the term for her when you say.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You wonder why we call you bitch.
You wonder why God. Don't do that. Guys, we're gonna make them. They're gonna have babies soon. They're gonna be so beautiful. Just look at them.
These legendary operation puppies.
They're We're gonna be so beautiful.
Pew, pew.
Look at Rocky. He's about to have a seizure over here. Anyway, guys, jump down, Rocky. Rocky and Bullwinkle ass boy.
Come on, I'm done with you.
We don't have any new announcements. For BGOE, of course. Those of you.
Okay. Here we go. Got
if
some
you're
people.
not in a, okay, what's it?
We got some people. Yeah, what we got? No, I was saying I would choose the option to poop once a month or multiple times a day. I choose multiple times a day. I don't currently poop. What? Shakita? Hold on now.
She confusing me.
That's Shakita. No,
Keep
I'll wait
confusing
until
me.
Jeff clarifies.
Art says if people, oh my God, I don't even know if I want to. Y'all
Pure and corn. I don't know if people eat
poo.
No, I don't think. I mean, pure and cornbread spread fast. How many lollipops equal 9? Hey, Art, I ain't fucking with you, bro. I ain't even falling into the bullshit, Art.
what's
No,
up?
no, Art. No, Art. You won't catch me slipping like that. Yeah, Uncle. I'm using the Uncles of Legend corner on TikTok, but it's not coming up. All right, so it's Uncle _. No, just go to my. It's Legend _ Boomaye. BOMAYE. So Legend _ Boomaye. And we're just going to go to that one because the personal page, we already got a couple hundred followers or whatever. So we'll try and get that one up to where we got everything else at so we can go live on that.
Yeah, we really want to go live on TikTok, guys. So
yeah,
help us make it possible.
Yeah, and we need 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers can help your boy out. Just tell some people just follow the shit anyway. Just go ahead, snatch somebody up that's intimidated by you. Say, follow your boy on TikTok. Shut the fuck up.
Take your family's phone and put it on there.
Yeah, your kids, they follow a whole bunch of dumbass videos on TikTok anyway.
They don't need to be listening to us. Sometimes.
They not gonna listen to me. I'm old. I ain't in touch with their shit. You old. What we gonna talk to?
Don't call me old.
You're seasoned and mature.
Thank you.
So that younger women might not understand the gifts and the guidance that you give them.
That's right. I like that. That sounds great.
I'm old.
That sounds great.
Let me tell you something. I'm old. Big facts. Your boy ain't about to come out here in no tight distressed jeans with a T-shirt that says "fuck the world" and some Yeezys on. I ain't that guy.
Well, guys, I'm out. Okay, I got a daughter to pick up, so y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm about to go.
All right. Well, it's been real. We got everything. Hey, Unc,
We'll
if you got anything coming up.
That's her calling.
Oh yeah, Unc, if you got anything coming up, just if you can't find the page still, just text Fox. She'll give you the stuff. So.
Yeah, text me and I'll get it to you.
Appreciate y'all. Love as always. All the sneak disses and people just out here just watching to see how we doing. We doing great.
Oh, we're going to talk about them next podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the satellite guys and girls.
Oh, that's what you got some shit for next podcast? You want to tell me how I see you?
Thanks to people chiming in the sneaky links.
I'm curious. I can't wait till